Yo, what up guys, Corey Sandman Sandhagen here. Today, not a ton to talk about, but we'll talk about a little bit of the things that happened in the Pico fight, maybe where a mistake happened, and then obviously how the spinning elbow happened for Murphy. So congrats to that dude, that was badass. Pico definitely still gonna have a really good career in the UFC. It doesn't really change much for him, honestly. He just has to correct a few things and not get hit by spinning crazy hard stuff, and that might be a different fight. So let's crack into the breakdown. Thanks Aries, thanks OnlyFans, peace. All right, we're gonna keep this one really short and sweet, just because obviously the fight was really short. The knockout was badass. Biggest things, okay? Pico's super good. Like, don't count him out. He's still gonna be really great in the UFC. Sometimes shit like that just happens, okay? But when Pico's moving here, okay, he has definitely a boxer stance. He sits kind of back on his back leg here. Where he got in trouble, and it happened earlier in the fight too, he does the, boxers will do this like step off here, like this. I don't really know what they're called. They're not L steps like this, but when you're trying to get the angle on the outside of someone's shoulder when they're in a stance, stepping off and driving yourself in is a way to get in. Like if I was gonna do it to the camera and throw like a double jab cross or something, and you're right in front of me, off to the side, double jab, and then throw my cross. It's a really safe angle most of the time to stay on the outside of the shoulders. It gets not safe when people start doing spin and stuff, all right? It happened to me with Jan too. Like, I stepped off, I was like on this really big angle, way on the outside of his shoulder, and I was like, sweet, nothing bad can happen to me here. And then he spun and threw some stuff, and then it hit me, and that wasn't good. Exactly like what happened to Pico, okay? So, Pico took a step, boom, slid off here, and went to commit big forward, okay? I talk about this all of the time. Your brakes are more important than your gas, all right? When you're moving yourself forward, if you're not in a place where you can always hit the brake, you're sometimes gonna have a bad time, okay? So as you're moving forward, if you're new to the sport or whatever, it is massively more important that you can stop on a dime than you can blitz and attack really quickly, okay? It's more important that you can defend yourself than it is to be offensive in a fight, all right? So if you get moving forward too much, boom, and you can't pump your brake, whether it's off to the side like Pico did with these like kind of drop steps here, or like quick feinted steps when I get my feet moving forward, that's an incredibly important thing to know how to do, because it will get you in trouble when you commit really big on an angle and you don't have that ability to shove yourself back when you're in a spot where you want that to happen, okay? That was a mistake. Boom, I stepped up, or Pico stepped off. He went to really commit big. He got a little bit away from his brake, which is his lead leg. Our lead leg stops us. Boom, he just got away from that. He thought that he was safe because he was outside the shoulder, and he got hit with something spinny, which is obviously no fun for him. Okay, Murphy's thing. Murphy stood really, like not crazy bladed like a boxer here. He was a lot more square. It's sometimes a little bit easier to launch all of your stuff when you're in a square stance, okay? When you're bladed, you can of course still spin good in one direction, but you can't do it like, I can't spin this direction that quickly. When I'm in a square stance, I can really spin quickly on that side. Murphy stands a little bit more square with his shoulders. He saw Aaron Pico take off this way, just threw a really hard elbow, bang like this. It hit him perfect, and that's what happens. On another note, spinning stuff is a really good idea to get people the hell away from you sometimes, okay? Sometimes it can get you in trouble, like if you spin kick past them, boom, and then they're in on your hips, or you spin, bang, and you're like this and they get behind you or whatever. It is a really good way to get people off of you that are pressing really quickly. You just have to do it in a good position stance. So when I do spin, I don't spin and get myself high like this, like a Muay Thai guy. In Muay Thai, you can get all the way out of position and nothing bad really happens to you because you just spin, and if they grab you, it's like, who cares? Not the case in MMA. So Murphy spun, boom, stayed in really good position, stayed really low. So even if Pico did get in, he's still in a good position here. There's really not a ton to that elbow. It's just I'm in my stance. Maybe I step a little bit here, or if the person goes and makes that angle for me, I just step, I spin, and if you hit them hard enough, it'll knock them out. So like, subscribe, comment. Thanks to Aries, thanks to OnlyFans for sponsoring the videos. Peace, I love you guys, bye.